This video is going to help you figure out how to access the different tasks you have to do for your high school and beyond plan. This is your homepage. Anything that you still need to do on your high school and beyond plan will live right here in important do's and tasks. It only lists a few at a time. So if you click on See All in my planner, and once you're here, click on Tasks Assigned to Me, all of the tasks that you need to work on will be listed right here under tasks you need to work on. I'm going to go back home to get us started. So the first thing that you need to do in 9th grade is called Strength Explorer. That will be under the Self-Discovery tab right here. Click on it. And if you look right here at the bottom, it says Strengths Explorer. So you're just going to follow the steps. Take assessment and just start answering the different things they need you to answer. Okay, the second thing you need to do in 9th grade is to create a course plan. That lives here under Courses, and then you click Manage Course Plans, and you click New NCHS Course Planner. Or, let me go back to something, you might have to click the pink button for your first time. Okay, select this plan, continue creating a new plan. And here you go. This is going to be just where you plan. This has nothing to do with registration. You click on the different Add Courses buttons for all of the different areas that you need to do in high school. This is going to help you sort of lay out things for the rest of your high school career. Okay? You'll go back to it and update it as things change for you. Because sometimes our interests change, and so our courses need to change too. This is just a place for you to keep track of what classes you want to take, but it will in no way impact your actual registration. In fact, during registration, you can go back to this and look and see, well, what did I plan to take in 11th grade, right? And then you can maybe pick those classes. Okay, that's it for 9th grade. Let's go on to 10th grade. The first thing in 10th grade is Career Interest Profiler, and that's here under Self-Discovery. Here it is, Career Interest Profiler. You can just follow the prompts after Start Assessment. I have to warn you, this one can be a little boring. However, it is an incredibly efficient assessment. It will give you careers at the end that match your interests, and it won't even seem like it's making sense as you are answering the questions. In fact, some of the questions are redundant. Just stick with it. Answer to the best of your ability. And when you get done, you'll see a lot of different careers that might match you based on your interests. Then, once you find a career that you think is good, any career that you see the heart here, like when you're looking at the career, if you heart it, it will go into your favorite careers and clusters. If you happen to not see careers that match you based on any of the assessments that you take, you can always just straight up explore careers. Let's see. Oh, accountant looks interesting. Let's click on that one. So you read through it. There's different tabs up here, skills and experience, wages. This is a cool tool because you can see how much you would make all around the country. Let's say, well, I live in Washington now, but I would really love to live in Utah because they've got great skiing. So I wonder how much I would make there after I graduate. Okay, this looks good to you. Here it is right here. You favorite it. Just think about hearts as favoriting, and that way it'll go into your tracking of what careers you like, and you'll end up doing the same thing with colleges as well. Okay, so that's adding careers, and that actually finishes 10th grade. So now let's move on to 11th grade. The first thing you're going to do in 11th grade is a personality assessment. Under Self-Discovery, it's a popular place. You're going to click Personality, and I already started this one, so I can retake it if I want to. But you're going to probably click something that says Start Assessment, and you'll start it. You'll take the answer the different questions. Here's another warning. Some of these, it's always two that you have to choose between. Some of them are really hard to choose between. My suggestion is that you pick, like, even if one is just a little bit more then the other one that seems to fit you, that's the one that you pick. When you get to the end of this assessment, you will have a really cool printout of your personality type, and there'll be all kinds of information. When you see where it says print full profile or print full assessment, it's a really good tool to have. And you can ask your counselor more about that tool. However, this is another place that's going to show you careers that might match you based on your personality this time. So feel free to heart any careers as a result of this assessment, and they'll go into your career favorites. Okay, the next thing in 11th grade is college supermatch. You're going to come up here to colleges, and here it is, Supermatch College Search. This is an amazing tool that will allow you to look for colleges based on all of this different criteria. And you can save different searches. So let's say you want to first do a search on region, like you want to stay in the West. Okay, so there's your first. Here's all the states that they consider in the West, and you're like, oh yeah, but I don't really like Nevada, and I'm not really sure about Wyoming. Okay, so then these states in the West will be in your search. Then you can add to that search any of these other things that you want, like, oh, I want to make sure that they can take my GPA, and so you put your GPA in here. Okay, or maybe you want some with a high acceptance rate or a low acceptance rate. It's really competitive. So that's up to you. You get to create whatever search that you want. Then it will spit out a list of colleges that might match you, and it will tell you the percentage based on the criteria that you selected, how much does it match you? And the fit score is right here. And if you're like, well, why is this 100%? Just click on it. It'll tell you. Oh, look, it had all of the things that you were looking for. Okay. Go ahead and click on a college because you're curious about it, right? And so it's going to give you this awesome page of all kinds of stuff right in one place. It tells you the acceptance rate and the graduation rate and the average price. Okay, and you can scroll down. There's all kinds of other stuff about it too. Look up here. This one has a virtual tour. You can communicate with the college directly just by clicking this. If this college you're thinking looks pretty good and you just want to consider it, then again, you just click the heart button and it will go in to colleges I'm thinking about. So in the future, you'll be able to go there and see all the colleges that you clicked that you thought, this would be worth thinking about. Okay, that's college supermatch. And adding colleges is another thing you have to do in 11th grade, and that's simply hearting different colleges. You need at least one, and it could be any kind of college. It doesn't have to be a 4-year. It can be a 2-year college or someplace that just offers certificates. Okay, that's about it. For 12th grade, you'll get that presentation in 12th grade, but right now, for the purposes of this video, we wanted to cover 9th through 11th.